Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mickstar, and this is The Legend of Heroes Trails into Reverie, and I can't wait to find out the conclusion to this whole storyline. Because, yes, I know I kind of got into this story late, because I started with Cold Steel, then, as like I've said in another video, I watched Trails in the Sky, and that's just because I couldn't get it to actually play for me. I tried to get it on Steam and then it just wouldn't play. And recently I've just played the Crossbow games, so hopefully it'll go smoothly. Well, everything hopefully will go smoothly. The story will end peacefully, and yeah, hope it's a happy ending. Because yeah, the remainders of the Iron Blood can't just say, "Oh, Osborn, our leader, is now dead." We are just gonna fade into nothing. Except the ones that have actually redeemed themselves, I think. Have any of them redeemed themselves? Claire? Maybe. You know, I think she's the only one. And also, if I remember, Crow was given his life, so he's not tied to his Divine Knight. He's the only one, if I'm correct. But enough of me talking about all that stuff. Let's just get into the game and see what happens and where it's all going. Start normal. Okay, if I knew about this, I would have played those two games on my PlayStation, not my Switch. But then again, you still got to think of something, and that is the fact that, well, what was the point in having this from previous games, which is in the storyline, but they haven't made Sky. They haven't brought Sky to the PlayStation 4. Because it's the story with all three. It's the conclusion of all three. So, yeah, sadly I don't. I don't know if it would work if I copied the save data from both games from my Switch and then trying to upload it to the PlayStation 4. Would that actually work? But I don't know. But fine, I do not have any completed save data. I do of those, so yeah. Wait, is this all I'm getting? Really? What would I have got for the other two? Also, I'm getting a few more. Oh, one is for playing one is for having the other, and this one is for having both. So I am loading clip. Oh, so you only get bonuses for the other games. I'm loading up from 4, which is my completed. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I wonder what extra stuff I get from this. Brave Soul. Ah, I've already got that. Wait. So, are you saying all all my items that I got... Wait, is it actually saying that? All items I got from 4 will be carried over. Is that what that's saying? If it is, that'll be good. Then I can start OP. But I don't know if it is going to be like that way. 5 months later. Oh yeah, and I have heard there's a game to go to Calvert sometime next year, I think, which I will be playing. What? What's going on?
The time has come for us to rise. Rise and reclaim our imperial pride. Victory was within our grasp, and yet the foolish cowards who govern us chose to abandon it. But though they may turn a blind eye to the threat of the East, you know as well as we do that it remains ever present. The Imperial Army turned tail and fled, but we can still take up arms and fight! Together, we can defeat Calvert and all who resist us, and reign supreme over the continent!
Wait, so now there's a war against Calvert? Yeah, that war didn't actually last that long, did it? If it's the war which Osborne set up. Well, it was also part of your fault, Rufus. Worth following Osborne. Why can't all this be voiced?
I only ask for your patience for a short while longer, citizens of Crossbell. For soon, we will force the ignorant to open their eyes and see we must strike Calvard!
Just how much longer do we have to suffer like this?
Yeah, I thought the whole curse on Erebonia has been lifted by now.
Who cares about dominating Zemuria? All we wanted was peace.
You there! It's that traitorous talk I hear?
Uh-oh.
So, you sided with the rebellion then, have you? The hell's this? What's happening to the broadcast?
I can see you.
Hold up. Isn't that the... Yeah, it totally is. It's them, Cop.
Oh, you know the cat on top of the SSS building. You looking after him? Or her?
Hello, one and all. We are Arkanseel. We are here to share the completed version of our preview performance. One born from sweat, tears, and love for our craft.
Thank you. Thank you for being here with us. This marks our official return to the stage, and we hope we've made it worth the wait.
May your heart sing, Crossbell, as you bear witness to the greatest performance Zemuria has to offer. The star, the moon, and the sun's radiance bid you welcome to the dream of a million nights.
So, is this the performance that was interrupted by the Red Constellation? The finished performance? And we can actually see them all in 3D! Which is good!
Ah! Lady Ilya! Risha!
Yeah! Our girls are back! What's going on? That's enough! Huh? You're...
Hello, sweethearts.
It's the church.
Well, time to play. Are you ready, Vald?
Ha! Been ready. Now, let's raise some hell!
Wait. Is that him?
Twin Arcane Gale!
It's the Divine Blade of Wind!
All clear on my end, Arios.
Come on, Eolia. Let's take him out in one go.
I'll be right here to support you. Risha, I see now.
Yeah.
Commence the operation! Crossbell Guardian Force, prepare to engage in combat and liberate our home for good.
I still don't trust you. And Ariosa still's not redeemed himself.
Fan out and coordinate with police in each district. Prioritize civilian safety. Remember, our job is to distract enemy forces for as long as they need.
Man!
all units. Neutralize and apprehend the defense force. Time is of the essence. I'm counting on you.
Right!
Why are you apprehending the defense force? That face. Doug! Oh, sight! Yep, there he is.
When did he?
He's a good boy.
He's back!
Sergey?
All right, it's go time. Let's show them that the CPD's cops aren't just for show.
Are these that Sergey? A different voice I was kind of expecting. But yeah, now he is 3D, but still.
Combat has begun with rebel elements throughout the city. Requesting backup.
If only these pests had stayed underground where they belong. Zalber Sodat unit, begin subjugation!
Sir!
Yeah, this isn't going to be fair because we haven't got Valamar anymore.
Huh. They've saved us the trouble of hunting them down. Now we can eliminate these rebels once and for all.
It's not going to be that easy.
Ah!
Lloyd Bennings!
Way to show him!
That went well, didn't it?
Everything's falling into place now.
Yeah. Tia, Yuna, I need you to get ready.
Roger that!
Now installing anti-corruption system.
Wait, with the five months you came back home, Yuna?
Yes! Consider their communications network mine! Now it's time to shake up their chain of command.
Just let me know what you need, Yona.
Enemy Zalber Soldats engaged. Now preparing to intercept and take them out with our armored units.
It's all you now, guys.
So far, so good. Next.
Sorry for the wait. We're ready for action. Begin the final phase of the operation.
Time to do this. Okay. I'll send you the coordinates right away.
Here comes the grand finale.
Please, Adios.
Watch over them.
We are counting on each and every one of you. Please, return Crossbell to us.
Right!
A lot of things are confusing.
Defensive field now in place.
Anti-corruption system all green. Beginning countdown. 3, 2, 1, 0!
Ian, is it just me or did they change Teal's voice? Can't be sure on that, but I think so. From what it was in 3 and 4. So yeah, Green's not gonna have Valamar, but the new Class 7ers maybe still have their stored out units.
It's gonna hit us! What's that Zorg doing?
Going up. It's still a different design from what it was.
Now!
Let's move!
This is basically when Crossbow was attacked. Earlier they attacked through the window.
You're Lloyd Bannings!
And it's the same room, too.
That's right. We're here to arrest you on suspicion of occupying this city and imprisoning its civilians. Come on, let's get to work.
Right!
Okay, now I can actually start doing stuff. Yeah, I ain't gonna read this. I'll just pick it up as I go. As I always do. Okay, so let's start with... Yeah... I'll leave Time P for a little bit later. Yep, I'll use that.
Arcus, activate!
Yeah. Ah. Nothing's big enough. Yeah, that was... Okay, I'm just gonna be going through getting rid of all these menus. So I don't have to deal with them later. Oh, can't run. Really, that's the only one that doesn't have one. Ah, can't reach. Again.
Dummy gunner, activate. Absolute zero.
Going for it.
Oh yeah, Crimson Gale.
You're done for. Eat this! They're off guard. Now, Teotot!
Understood.
Oh, I should have done the other one.
There!
No, he's moved. Okay, I'm only gonna get 2.
Let's go.
Does kind of suck. Oh, I can get both.
Zero Tiger! This isn't...
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Finish him.
Here I go.
Finish him, Ellie.
They're off guard.
Oh.
This isn't...
Wait.
Going for it.
That's not fair.
This isn't... Battle's wrapped up. Hope you guys are doing good.
Whew. That was rough, but we pulled through.
Lloyd Bennings. Billy McDowell. Theo Prato. Randy Orlando.
I never doubted we would for a second.
What about Una Crawford? Oh, is basically she only going to be introduced when I'm back in Erebonia with the new Class 7.
Okay, getting in wasn't too bad. Thanks for helping us out, Yuna. This couldn't afford to fail. Thanks to you, it didn't.
Oh wait, now we get it.
I don't know. Any more pressure and my heart would have come bursting out of my chest. I could only be at my best because I knew you guys were gonna back me up. My training at Thor's helped, of course.
Now that makes a teacher proud. 1 year later, and look at you! You're a whole new you!
Give it a rest, Randy.
I'm just glad you're okay. The anti-corruption system must have worked.
Looks like. There's no worrying about those Zauber soldats having a negative effect on our minds this way.
Wait. Was that actually touched on?
We owe Erebonia and Liberal's teams for passing along their Black Workshop research data.
Couldn't agree more. Now we can...
Oh, we got through! You guys okay? We were watching from the ground. I'm so glad you made it in.
You've got some real balls to bank on smashing straight through the middle of the tower.
That's the voice they went for him?
But then, pulling crazy stunts is what you do. Hey, what's a risky operation without its spice?
Pass on my thanks to everyone for distracting the troops on the ground, by the way. Wait, you sure you got time for updates now, Risha? Aren't you performing?
I'll have to go in a bit, but I'm not in this scene, so it's fine.
Don't worry, I'm backstage.
I can't put into words how wonderful it feels to see Elia on stage again.
Oh yeah, after almost being crippled.
I'm sure. I'm overjoyed that she's back too.
Physical therapy is brutal, but if anyone was going to pull through, it was her. I wish I could see her come back in person.
Don't worry, you can see her performance later.
They're recording it at least. How about we do a group watch once we're back?
Now that, I wouldn't miss.
We've deployed officers to evacuate civilians and guard our conceal. That means you can focus all your efforts on the tower.
Wait, what? I thought the defense force was a good guy than you. Wait, I'm confused with what I just said earlier.
You get to be the real stars of the day here, so don't mess this up.
Relax. We won't.
The end's in sight. All that's left is for you to bring in their top brass from the tower.
No, I do not agree with that voice. No. Seriously, no. Sergei should not have that. Should have more of a rugged voice than that. In my opinion. Why sign Crossbell?
You know what to do, so kick some ass up there.
Right. It's incredible how many people have our backs.
I know. And we've got to do every one of them proud.
Yep. So let's make sure...
Do you think it's over?
I don't know. What was that loud noise?
It's you!
Ah.
You're the special support section.
Adios above. Did you come to save us?
Oh. All of you work in this building, yes?
I guess they weren't letting you leave.
It'd be right to leave them here. We'll have to make a trip down to find a safe place for them.
I've got a better idea. You've got to keep your focus on the operation. Let me escort them down instead.
So you're not gonna help the special support section.
Are you sure?
You don't want any of us to come with?
Never underestimate a Thor student. I could handle this part in my sleep at this point.
Yeah, and anyway, Randy should know.
Sure, I was hoping to be there at the top. But this thing's bigger than anything I want. And I don't need to see to know you'll win.
Thank you, Yuna, for putting your faith in us.
We'll leave the tower employees with you then. You're the only one we can count on for this. Take care on the way down.
Will do.
Yeah, the only one not there is Wes. He's not there yet.
Alright! Let's go knock some heads and some sense into these Defense Force goons.
Yeah, so many are putting everything on the line for us. We can't waste this chance.
Not a second. We won't let them down. Not Yuna, not Kia, not anyone.
This is it. Here's the last hurdle standing between us and Crossbell's liberation. So let's see us get over it. Then we can take back our home.
Okay, finally I get to start playing. And I ain't reading any of that. Wait, no. Ah. Okay, so it is already sorted as inverted. I didn't actually set it up. Right, fine, I'll go this way. Wait up. Knock knock. Anyone in here? Yeah, can't go in there.
There! Hey!
Okay, so I just need my weapon out first. Before I could do anything.
Yeah! Now's our chance!
Vase Breaker always shows himself. Stairs.
Enemy approaching! Get ready!
Take him down with the stairs. Yeah, now it's saying about follow-up attacks, but I've already done some. Well, I already did one, and I kind of missed out on the second.
Zero Breaker!
It's my go. Great! Everyone, come on!
Hell yeah!
Leave it to me!
Fire!
Yeah.
Final shot.
Got him!
Following up!
Assist.
Down you go!
Bye.
I can't.
Leave it to me. Yeah. They're off guard.
It's over.
There! This isn't...
Thanks, Ellie. I know I can always count on you.
Of course you can. Anything for you.
So, the Defense Force is the bad guys then. So, basically... Noelle. She's still on the opposite side. We're still fighting against her. So, as I said, she hasn't redeemed herself. Alright. No idea what that's saying, I'm not gonna read it. Don't care. Talk about moving stuff too, which I do not need. Okay, now I can actually do it just fine. Locked. Ah. Let's go. Okay, did we head up or... Yeah, we head up one floor. Yeah, there's no point doing these, but doing it anyway. Okay, charging station. Yeah, I know. Right. Yeah. Charge. Rest. Same tune as always. No, nothing else. A warhound. So it's saying that.
Got him! Don't let up!
Okay, knocking around and running into him. Just because I've been used to playing games where you just smack him from behind. Preemptive strike. And. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Don't need those. Good.
Zero Breaker!
All right.
Here I go.
You can always get. You can all get them.
Take this.
Go, axe kick.
Going for it. Try this on for size. Crimson Gale! Got him! Knock him senseless!
Burst!
Got it!
Leave it
sure.
to me!
Now that's what I call teamwork!
Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work. As they say. Yeah, I do not need to know about all this. I already know from the previous games, which I never read anyway. Yeah, you know what? I might as well. Hey, pause breaker. Gotta break them all. Okay, now I'm ready. Let's go. That...
It's my turn.
It's my go.
Going for it.
It's my turn.
I'm trying to find the run button. Wait, is there a run button?
Yeah. Hey! Pull it together!
Okay, so it's not as easy as Crossbow was to back attack. Strike him from the front, run back and strike him from behind. Not that easy.
Here I go. Take this! Ah! Now's the time!
Just an assist.
There! There!
Right.
Hey! Oh, the... Do I have one for impeding? Got flinch. You don't have anything. No, you used to, didn't you? Or was it always Ellie that had it? Yeah, whatever.
Zero Breaker!
Okay.
Impede.
Ready.
Oh, you... Really? Theo? You're not supposed to miss.
Yeah.
Sucks.
You're done for. Eat this! Got him!
Another assist.
Following up.
Come on.
Down you go!
This isn't...
It's my turn.
Time for some holy bullet.
Stay strong, everyone.
Thank you. Raring to go.
Also, does that link between them mean that all I can do is a link, an assist, strike? Again, I'm not sure.
Ready. Break.
Oh, I had a rush.
I can't... Right. They're open! Back me up, Ellie!
Copy that.
Destroy him!
Going for it. Try this on for size. Crimson Gale! You're done!
So...
All right.
Yeah, let's just use it.
Hope you're ready. Yeah. Orbital driver set at maximum output. Ether strike.
Is that basically the Ether Buster what she had in the Crossbow games?
On to the next.
Which is a little more devastating than them, in that. Oh well. Okay, so I think I'm going down there. But... that's... okay, break stuff! Gotta be a vandal. Mine. Nah, nothing else to break. Nope. Ah, so they're...
Fire! Now's the time! Don't give in!
Do I really like the auto play?
They're open!
I've got you! They're off guard! Don't give in!
Well, the only thing I won't do is if they need healing. What the hell, Randy? Seriously, what the hell? How can you be allowed weak?
There! Nice.
Leave it to me.
Fire! Raring to go. Yeah! Enemy neutralized. On to the next.
Okay, I do not think auto play works. Auto battle works in this game. So, yeah, I ain't gonna use it. It is good that it's in, but yeah, I don't think it works. Okay, that's everyone. Yeah, I came from there. Right. Take the stairs. Wait. I might as well just go run and heal. It came back. It can't live. Same to you. Okay, stairs.
Our objective is on floor 39, right?
Yep, that's the IDF space of operations. I'll plot us a route there.
Thanks, Tio. Let's keep up the pace.
Yeah, still some things I wonder about this game. Because in the Crossfell games, they didn't say anything about disbanding or taking a break. But, as we found out in Cold Steel 3 and 4, they did take a break. And we was actually using their building. And they never even showed up. Teal was in the new Rhinefield building, the bank, which it was the bank. But yeah, it does.
Crap. Barricade. Don't think there's any getting through this.
I thought we hacked our way through. The IDF was one step ahead here.
We'll just have to proceed with more caution. No letting your guard down for a moment.
I didn't think you... Please say that I ended the conversation.
Watch out! This one's tough!
Okay, now it's talking about the S-Crafts I can use. I've already been used. I already used one.
Here I go.
Okay, guess I can get all.
It ends here. Rising sun!
You said it better when you were younger. Or basically, no, actually, no. Well, why do I keep saying younger? In 4, you said it better. Cold Steel 4, you said it better.
About time I got this started. Eat steel! Berserker! I'd just give up if I were you.
Isn't.
And last one.
Hope you're ready. Yeah. Orbital driver set at maximum output. Ether strike.
I prefer Ether Buster. If that
Leave it to me.
Basically what she said at that time.
Here I go. Take this. Ah! Now's the time. Help me out, Void.
Leave it to me.
It's my turn.
Yeah, what did Dad do? It did nothing.
Here I go. Take this. Ah!
I'll leave Holy Rain for a while.
Try this on for size. Crimson Gale!
I'll probably need it later.
Let's go. Sorry, but we got stuff to do.
Okay, so
There's some nice junk in that trunk.
Oh, we'll surely be using this.
yeah, probably a little bit later. Okay, yeah, so that is probably the way I'm supposed to go. But what is over here?
Enemies nearby. Careful.
No. Didn't work.
Leave it to me.
Alright, that works.
Here I go. Take this. Ah!
Escape.
They're off guard. Let's go, everyone.
Leave it to me.
Fire!
It's my go.
And smack.
Break.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And oh, dead.
Is it? Right.
I probably should have gone for him.
Here I go.
Randy.
All right.
You're supposed to hit him.
It's my go. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I can't.
And now
sorry,
wait,
we got stuff to do.
Whatever. Okay, so I kind of probably jumped the gun a little bit. I should have come down in here first. Oh well. Just go. We got floors to go up. Okay, so this way. Hi.
Hey! Let's get to work, Trix.
A link attack, a link barrel. Yeah, use this now.
Now, let us begin. Oh, holy rite of Adios. Shine upon us from the heavens. Aura rain!
Thank you. Okay.
No, is it just me that, like, they sounded better previous game than this one? I don't know.
Tummy Gunner, activate. Absolute zero. Break.
Just assist.
Gotcha. Here I go.
I just have to be just.
You're
assist.
done for. Eat this.
It's my turn.
Okay, one dead.
Let's go.
Hey! Keep him coming. About time I got this started. Leaf Steel! Berserker! I'd just give up if I were you. It ends here! Rising Sun!
Yeah, as I said it.
Sorry, but we got stuff to do.
I'm gonna say it every single time it comes up, but I still prefer them the other way. Same with how I prefer how we Millie spoke before they. Don't know if they actually changed the voice, but she changed the way how she says "go go go." I don't know why. I just felt it kind of a little bit weird. Well, she said it one way and then she said it a completely different way the other.
Wonder who would put that chest there.
I don't know, it's us.
Enemy threat level.
Gotta get used to all the buttons again.
Fire! They're off guard!
forward! Help me out, Lloyd!
It is good.
Got it!
It is gonna be nice.
Okay.
So I don't know how long that's gonna take me.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah!
Can I burn him?
Try this on for size. Crimson Gale! Got him!
Nope.
Following up. Hope you're ready.
Hehe.
Yeah. Orbital driver set at maximum output. Ether strike.
Let's go.
Okay, I killed one. Just gotta go to the other one.
They're open.
Ah,
I've got you! Leave it to me!
Right.
ah, come on, Lloyd.
Here I go!
Everyone needs to get their CPO.
Don't give in!
Thanks.
Leave it to me!
And then I can
It's my turn.
hopefully cause a lot
my
of problems later.
Yeah.
Yeah! They're off guard! Now, Teotot!
Because
Got it.
it's gonna end in a boss fight before we get to the very beginning.
Hell yeah! Way to go, Teotot!
So let's keep it going.
After talking about go, now you have it. No. Theo, no. Everyone but Theo went off level.
Nice. I did it.
I've done it!
And we started at level 98.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, kind of like going back to the beginning when you could get bonuses for completing the previous ones. As I said, they didn't put Sky on the PlayStation 4. Why have it for Crossbell? It was very lucky that we actually got it in English. But then again, we could have still played the Japanese one. Wouldn't know what's going on. Or fan translation or something. I don't... Find some way. Ah, that's how we go up. Anything else around here? It's the floor I'm supposed to be on. Okay, that is where we're supposed to go. It says on the map up there. Come on, why can't I explore? Stupid! Want to explore.
According to the data obtained, this should be their command center.
Their leaders aren't going down without a fight. Make sure you're ready. Now let's go!
There's no one here.
Where the hell are they?
But that data came from a trusted source.
Hi there. Looking good so far, guys.
Thanks. Anything going on?
Well, we noticed something weird going on inside and wanted to give you a heads up.
The defense force started migrating to the rooftop not long after you busted in.
Ah, so they're trying to flight.
You don't think they're trying to escape via airship, do you?
As much as I'd rather they answered for their crimes, them leaving Crossbell would make this operation at least a partial success.
That doesn't seem to be the case, weirdly enough. I didn't spot any aircraft within their vicinity through my binoculars.
Wait, so what are they doing up there then?
Oh, something is up. That I know for sure. So just be careful, okay?
Gotcha. Thanks. We'll keep that in mind.
Sounds like everything on the ground will be under control before long, so do what you gotta do.
May Adios be with you all.
Friend's voice seems fine.
Hito being nervous has got me nervous.
Likewise. She may not be able to see causality the way she could during the Twilight, but we can't ignore her instincts.
Yeah, well, victory's still in sight as long as they're in the tower. So, we'll make our way for the rooftop. We'll be smart about it.
But what's in here first? Oval station. Oh, for the network. Okay, now I go down this route. Am I going to run into a charging station first before I get there? Or before I get to the final door? Huh, guess not.
We made it up to the roof. If what Kia's side said is true, then...
This is the end of the line. Stay on high alert. We're going in.
Yeah, time to have some fun.
Well, there's one here, so... Hey, that works. Right. I'm off.
Got you!
Ah, dang it.
All right, it's my go.
Going for it.
It's my turn.
Hi. How's it going? Why are they all waiting?
There they are.
What are you doing? Asking for extraction?
The SSS! We should have known.
I'm aware of who you are and that you used to serve the former Governor General, so I'll skip the prelude. You're under arrest on suspicion of leading an over 3-month occupation of the city, effectively detaining its citizens. Your arrest comes at the behest of the Provisional Government of Erebonia. Now, please, we ask that you do not resist.
Never! You lowly police dog!
Hey, he's not a police dog.
We'll never be stopped by the likes of you!
Whatever it takes, we will reignite the war.
When we do, the Republic will be the first to fall to our feet! And then the whole continent will follow!
That's right. It's the only way His Excellency's legacy can live on and Erebonia's pride be restored!
Really? Is that all what this is about?
Why are you so desperate for more war?
Because they don't know anything else.
They're behaving like the Twilight is ongoing, but it's long been over.
Yeah. The source of it is gone, and the curse that drove people toward war should have gone with it.
Yeah, should have.
Must be that some of those it drove to the brink feel like there's no turning back.
Okay.
But you must have realized by now, right? Your plan can't possibly succeed.
What makes you say that?
What doesn't? Anyone would say that. After occupying Crossbell for a quarter of a year, doggedly trying to rile the population into a new war. Who's risen in support of your efforts? No one.
I'm sure with a little more time.
No.
The way most see it, you're just being sore losers who refuse to get with the program. The people's hearts won't be moved by you strutting around like you own the place, and neither will Imperial policy.
If we don't end this now, it'll only be a matter of time before Calvard grows tired of you acting out and ends this with force. And with no one here supporting your cause, how well do you think you'll do against them? The war is over, and I'm sure deep down, you've known that all along. So why are you still...
Do you expect us to throw away our pride and give up? The Empire staked everything on that war. Our pride, our lives, our future. And then after less than a day, the Chancellor is killed, the Governor General is arrested, and the entire thing is called off?
Well, the Chancellor died because his Divine Knight went, so basically he had to go with it, because his was keeping him alive. And obviously Rufus would be arrested for plotting with him, so yeah.
And to add insult to injury, we were forced to pay reparations to the Republic? How could we accept that? We did everything our country asked of us. However cruel, however immoral, and for what? Not for pride, but for humiliation beyond measure.
They let the curse take root, and now it's led them too far astray.
Yeah.
They're trapped between a reality they can't accept and a failed dream they can't return to.
I can't pretend not to understand how you feel. Everyone in Crossbell can understand. Greater powers have squabbled over us like children do with toys. Reduced our lives to a series of hardships. Taken what we treasure. Trampled on our pride. But will your goals here restore your pride? I'm telling you it won't. Betraying the good people of Zemuria through these horrific acts of terrorism will never bring you salvation. If by some miracle you succeed, will you honestly, truly ever be able to hold your heads high knowing what it took? Is that all the pride you're fighting for amounts to? Of course not!
I refuse to be lectured on pride by a Crossbellan.
He's not lecturing you. He's telling you where you'll go because it's where we've been. We know what it's like to face an impossible choice. We could have saved Crossbell from ever having to endure another day of hardship. All it would have taken was a single, very personal price.
Yeah. Her losing her freedom.
But we turned down that once-in-a-lifetime chance. It's what he said. If by some miracle we succeeded, could we have held our heads high? Could our loved ones on our behalf? Even if the end result was what we were hoping for, the cost to achieve it would have brought us nothing but shame.
We signed up for a couple of rough years instead, and we couldn't be prouder for it. We didn't want just us to hold our heads up high. We wanted our little daughter to hold hers up high too. So if we can make that choice, so can all of you. My time in the Empire showed me something. That you're every bit as capable as we are of facing hardship if it means a better tomorrow.
Okay, now it actually talks about it. They signed up for other work and leaving the SSF alone for a while.
If all we've said now isn't enough to sway you, we can always do this the hard way. We're not just doing this for us. We want everyone who was hurt by the war to move on. And that includes all of you.
You really want to help us?
Just how naive can you children be? It's too late for us to turn back!
How long's that been here?
Zalber Soldat?
Isn't this the Leviathan we were told about? No. It's similar, but I think it's a different model.
Behold! Our secret weapon! An experimental unit developed alongside the Leviathan, but scrapped before seeing the light of day. A fitting ally for soldiers spurned by history like us, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, the Leviathan...
How did they even get something like that?
I don't know. But if they're not bluffing, its strength might be on par with the Leviathans.
Go! Crush them and their homeland, Asmodine! This end can be the spark that ignites the flames of war once more!
We won't let you lay a finger on our home!
Damn right. We'll take this down and then it's your turn!
Think Tin Man over here will beat us? Think again!
We've endured far worse these past 2 years to let something this small ever stop us.
You call that small? But yeah, isn't the Leviathan...
Hi!
Altina's... Soldat unit...
All right.
So... yeah. Question marks. Perfect.
Here I go. Take this!
Now your health reveals itself. As always, stays question mark until you hit it once.
It ends here! Rising Sun!
Yeah, gonna have to get used to that, but I still don't like it.
About time I got this started.
Eat steel! Berserker!
I'd just give up if I were you.
Okay, can I see how much health you got left? Nope. Fine.
Hope you're ready. Yeah. Orbital driver set at maximum output. Ether strike.
I prefer Buster. Ow. No!
Payback!
No way!
Oh, am I supposed to die here?
What am I doing?
Thank you.
I don't know.
I won't lose.
Right, so I was just making sure I didn't... Oh, wait. Why did I think you was down? Okay, anything that charges CP up? No. I've got nothing. Looks like it's gonna be over. Looks like I'm gonna have to redo it.
Hey! About time I got this started.
It's because I was a little slow.
Eat steel! Berserker!
Kinda sucks.
I'd just give up if I were you.
And we're
killing me. Thanks.
I can't lose here.
We lose.
It ends here. Rising sun!
It's over, we lose.
I'm sorry.
No way.
Everyone.
I'm supposed to win that. Okay, so we can retry. Back after I finish. You know the drill. So you don't have to keep dealing with me all this time, winning and losing. Losing and losing and losing. So, back when I've won. Ooh. This enhances.
Here I go.
Ah, perfect. Alright. Alright, here's where I'm basically picking up because something new happened. That's basically what I do. I play. If I lose, then I skip until either something's new or I fully win the fight. It makes it easier.
You're off guard.
Doesn't it?
Now, Teotan!
Gotcha! Yeah!
Oh.
Alright.
Now I understand how the whole thing works. Seriously, it took me this. It didn't take me this long to figure out in Coastal 1. Or was it 2? Either way. I remember for 3 and 4, and I completely forgot in this one for how it works. I've got to do the BP. That is my... Which one? Depends on which one I can do. Honestly. Uh-oh. Raining hellfire!
Don't give in!
Thanks.
What am I doing?
Can someone help? I think I'm gonna have to again, I'm gonna have to... Looks like I'm gonna have to retry. Didn't really want to. But I could still try and deal with it.
Thank you.
Keep you up because you need to get your big healing rain.
About time I got this started.
I'm still gonna keep going. Because hopefully that has the power to resurrect people too. I haven't actually had a look at it.
Steel!
So.
I'd just give up if I were you.
Don't give in!
Thanks.
Gotta be kidding me.
You kidding
Leave it to me.
Only... Seriously, from that attack, only one died. Okay. Holy bullet.
Stay strong, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Didn't really work as well as I hoped.
There.
Thanks.
Okay, everyone's back.
It ends here.
Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Break him too.
Rising sun!
No, we can't.
Don't give in!
Thanks.
It's my go.
Billy, I think other people need that too.
Yeah.
Ow.
Leave it to me. Stay strong, everyone.
Heal.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Going for it.
An angel saves us. Hey, we got one.
Following up.
One is more of that.
Hope you're ready.
I would love to stop you,
Yeah.
but
Orbital driver set at
the
maximum
West is on
output.
repeat.
Ether. Strike.
Sadly, the S-Crafts never do. Uh-oh.
Keep it up!
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Wait,
I won't lose.
when could you do that? Oh wait, did I always use her as a heal? No, wait. Yeah, in crossbow. Did I always use you as a heal? Ah, can't remember. Alright,
There!
me.
I'm not done yet.
Heal yourself.
Huh.
It ends
Okay,
here.
I almost took him out. Almost got rid of him.
Rising sun!
I won't let you!
Protection!
I'm in trouble.
Yeah, trouble. You can heal.
Stay strong, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Zero craft.
Going for it.
Yeah.
About time I
Hey,
got
you got
this
your holy
started.
brain. Get your brain. Why was I using healing items?
Eat steel. Berserker!
Oh, then again, it's not like
I'd just give up if I were you.
much of a loss, right?
Now, let us begin. O holy rite of Adios, shine upon us from the heavens.
So I'm just wondering,
Rain!
is this going to be like a future event that we're playing out, or
Thanks.
Thank you.
just some something that's in between what happened at the end of 4 to where we're going to pick up from. Wonder which one. Is it in between that little gap or future event? And we'll find out. And looks like I've just won.
Yeah.
It's over.
Enemy neutralized. On to the next.
11 minutes. And now Teal finally levels up.
Leveled up.
Aura rain!
Berserker!
Now destroy it! Go Buster!
Rising sun!
See, that one actually sounds better than when you're actually using US craft.
This can't be happening.
Our victory was all but assured.
Damn it all!
We did it, right?
That was rough.
But it's down now, so...
Yeah.
Don't jinx it.
The time is 5:14 p.m. In accordance with the powers vested in me by the Provisional Government of Erebonia to act on their behalf, I hereby proclaim all of you under arrest. Please, do not resist. We did it. We made the right call. Because Crossbell, our home, is finally free. And it took all of us. This is one to be proud of.
Nice work, leader.
Still missing someone. Okay, so they were the good guys, though. I still don't like you, Noel. Still haven't redeemed yourself. You just follow orders. Don't like you've earned it. But we'll see where things go. So that was the initial start. Let's see how well this goes in the future. And for the rest of this game. Wait. What? Is it doing the credits? I don't get it. Oh well, let's just hope that there's a point where I can save after this, because good place to stop. Whoa. What's the glitch? Ooh. Okay, everyone under June Crawford names are glitching out. What the hell? Yeah, isn't that a bad situation to put them in the same place as him? Oh, those two got married. Oh, Sherazad and Oliver. So, are we going to see Queen Sherazad? So they're not part of Erebonia anymore? They're about to be in an independent state? Huh. I didn't get to pick that option. But that's the end of the prologue. Good so far. Even though basically we only like dealt with one side. Well, it's not like we dealt with one side. It's just that it's basically the little in between, isn't it? So after Osborn died, and before now, this is where this is. Not a future event, as what I was saying. But still, you and Crawford, you are going to be going back to 4s and joining new Class 7, aren't ya? Plus, you got friends back there. But I believe this will be a good place to end the prologue, and plus there's a hard save point here anyway, which is also something I'm going to be doing when I get to the end of a chapter and all that. Make a hard save, and then that's it. That's it for that one. But as you know, all the other stuff in between could seriously, I'm talking nonsense. right now. So let's just make our save. And that is going to be it. The first start of Trails into Reverie, and sort of okay, even though basically there's way too many people, so we couldn't actually get an introduction to everyone, could we? But would kind of like to see what everyone else is doing at this point in the story. But then again, it would have been after when everyone did the little group where I got to make my dream team. But then again, it could change from now on, but yeah. Okay, so yeah. That is going to be it. Okay. Bye.